job, got the audition, booked it over the weekend. Monday, okay, can you record? Sure. I think I gave 2 takes and, oh, this is great. We love it so much. That's when I got the email and that I knew right away. When I skimmed through the email really quick and it said, you get to keep your $850. However, the production company will get $1,500 plus we're giving you an extra $50 just in case some fees occurred. I'm like, I know what this is.
Can you pause for a second? Because for those that don't know, you did the job. You received an email that says, here's how your payment's going to work.
Yes.
Can you explain in detail why that is a red flag where it says you get $850, our production company gets $1,500 and $50 for processing and fees? So does that mean, just for the person who doesn't know, does that mean that they give you all that money and then it's your job to pay those people? Like, explain in detail what that means for someone who doesn't know.
I'm going to explain it in simplest terms because 20 years ago when I started, even 21 years ago or so, when I started my business, I spoke to someone in radio and they got caught by thousands of dollars. This is a voice talent. Before we had, 20 years ago, we still had the internet and everything, but it was it was run a bit differently. And he believed them. And they said, okay, we're going to send you a check for $5,000. You're going to send this amount of money to the production company. And they said this ahead of time. He's like, okay. He gets a check for the full amount, puts it through, and then writes out a check for $4,000 to the production company, which is not a real production company. It's people in this case, it was people in Africa, or out of the country. Who knows really where they are? And that check bounces. So the $5,000 check bounces. You put it in your bank account, but it takes a couple of days. You've already written the check and sent it off to the next place. So he lost thousands of dollars. And we've all had our eyes open for that scam, I think, in some way, shape, or form, because it's been around for a long time. There is no way in heck we would see that contract and it said from the issues. It said, let's see, I have the letter that he said right away. Due to administrative processing procedures, our payroll department consolidated several project-related payments. They hadn't told me anything ahead of time who the video production team was. So as soon as I saw this email, I was like, great, here we go. So, however, your compensation remains $850 as outlined in your voiceover services agreement. Attached is a PDF containing the protected check file. The password to access the document is lighting. Now there's another red flag. That's red flag number 4. No one ever has a protected check file with a password. It's just not something we've ever had to do. It's not a thing. And someone alerted me, reminded me, never click on a link that you think is bogus. But again, I'm deep into this already. And I'm like, okay, number 4. Once the payment has been received and successfully deposited, please confirm receipt on your end.
This is very confusing to me. It's very confusing. So they want you to pay. They want you to pay.
No. They're going to, from the issued funds, they're giving me a check. I just have to access it with a password. Okay. I don't know what that's about, but all of our jobs are different. All of our jobs come in different ways. We get paid different ways. And they're either big corporations or single people. It's all different. Once the payment has been received and successfully deposited, please confirm receipt on your end. Okay, so that from the issued funds, please distribute payment as follows. Hugest red flag ever. So $850 as your agreed fee for voiceover services, $1,500 to the video production team. And I'm like, well, no, but who even is that? So you're totally caught right there because you didn't even tell me who the production team is. And also keep $50 for the transfer fees that'll possibly be incurred. No client ever says, here's an extra $50 just in case there's something incurred. So they've only made a few mistakes.